Hi, welcome to Kinning's Corner. I'm Jerry. I'm your host. Another episode of the Red Sox Futility. They lost 8-2 this afternoon, and I have a lot to say about this game. The loss drops them to 26 and 35. They're last place in the American League East. Well deserved. They can't win at home. And once again, Brian Bello started, and he was just dreadful. 5 innings, 8 runs. Six in the first, right off the bat, the team was out of the game. But that's not what upset me the most about Brian Bello today. What upset me the most is in the middle of this disastrous first inning, I think he had given up about 3 runs at the time. Nevias started to go out to talk to him. And Bello dismissively pushed his arms back like, get back, get back. I don't need to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I'll handle this. Now, I'm thinking what Jason Varitek would do to Brian Bello in the clubhouse after the game if he showed him up like that. Or Carlton Fisk. Or the late Thurman Munson. And I hope Nevias does and sits down with him and tells him, look, kid, you ever show me up like that again and I'll knock your block off. And I'm not one for violence. But it just goes to show what I've always said about Brian Bello, who does have a lot of ability. He has no maturity at all. Any sign of anything bad going on, any setback during the game, somebody makes an error, there's a bloop hit, an infield hit, and he just falls apart. He's got no character. And when Crochet finally comes back, they'll have their 5. They can put Bello in the bullpen where he's been lights out for some reason. I don't know why. And be on the way to getting him out of town because I just can't stomach that. His line was 5 innings, 7 hits, 8 runs. They were all earned, of course. Yeah, the playoff game last year tells you all you need to know. Game 2, where Cora only let him go for a few innings before he pulled him. He's just not a winning pitcher. And while he had a pretty decent year last year, I think that's going to be the anomaly. You don't shrug off a guy like that. Contreras got 2 hits again today. He also had a home run. He's been hitting all year and fielding all year. One of the few bright lights on the team. But the Bello incident highlights something that David Ortiz was talking about the other day, about when he came up with the Red Sox, or got to the Red Sox. He had Varitek there. He had Timlin there, Pedro. He had veteran players that took him under their wing and helped him become the player that he was. And I think the loss of Bregman, not so much missing his home runs and his RBIs and his average, although they probably missed that too. I think they miss his leadership. Kind of Falefa was talking about some of the players at home seemed distracted. I think we can circle those as the young players who go out on the town. I remember what it was like to be 22 years old. And you're certainly not as mature then as you end up being at 70 or at 40 or 35 or 30. So I think that there's a real lack of leadership on this team. Contreras, he really can't do it because he's new. It's not that easy. Bregman, it came naturally. But you look at the rest of the team, even Duran, Rafaela, Abreu, they're all young. In the infield, Myers young, Anthony is young. Who else? Durbin's in his second year. Nevias is in his second year. The pitchers are young. So this team needed a leader. And that's something that I guess Craig Breslow didn't, or John Henry, who's concerned, didn't take into consideration when they were putting this team together. They were just analytically driven. They looked at numbers. What are our projections for this guy? What are our projections for that guy? 162 games, you're going to go through some rough times. And they didn't factor in how the team would handle that, how a young team would handle that, how a young team would handle being famous in the city of Boston. And they're paying for it. And I don't know how they fix it. I don't think they fix it this year. I think this is a lost year. And then with the potential for a lockout next year, I don't know what they're going to do. I know that they'd be better off, I think, with a different ownership group. Definitely with a different general manager, if that's what they still call him. I think Breslow has been, for the most part, a failure. The Globe series the other day said, a mixed bag. I don't really think it was a mixed bag. He's done some good things with bringing along the pitching, but as far as his trades and some of the other things, I just think it's been lacking. And there's a reason why he got the job, and that reason, once again, is because nobody else wanted it. I still will take it, but for the most part, nobody else wanted it. They have now they go to New York. They have a 3-game series: Gray versus Weathers tomorrow night, and Suarez versus Warren, and Early versus Schlichter. Wouldn't mind seeing him beat Schlichter. He did a lot of mouthing off last year when he beat him in the playoff game, saying now you can go and concentrate on hockey or some other such stupid statement. So I wouldn't mind seeing him get knocked around, but they're not the team to do it. They don't have the lineup to do it. If they're going to win that game, and Early usually gives up a couple of long blasts, that's a rematch of last year's Game 3. So probably not all that good a chance to win that game. I was saying before this series started, and I said this in their show earlier in the day, that they had to go 5-4 to be remotely not in the conversation, but just to start to try to get back in the conversation. And you go lose 2 out of 3 in this series against the Orioles, who are almost as bad as they are. That certainly set them back. I mean, they didn't get the first hit, I don't think, until the 5th inning today against Rogers, who's had an over 6 ERA. So they're a losing ball club. We have to be honest. And as I said before, there's no reason for you to watch the games. I'll watch the games so you don't have to. And once again, like that, I will be back on the air tomorrow, and I'll let you know what inept things they do tomorrow. Last night's game did have a bit of comedy when Tolley, who it's impossible to dislike, while being a left-handed pitcher and actually staring at first base, forgot there was a guy on first base and pitched out of the windup. And when the guy took off, Tolley lobbed the ball to the backstop for a balk. So they're one thing away from not knowing how many outs there are. So not good. So that's our show for tonight. I'm Jerry. I'm your host. This is Kinnick's Corner. Once again, if you like it, I always say this, but it's true. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We lost a lot of subscribers when we switched from the Pesky Paul show to Kinnick's Corner. People haven't found us yet coming back, and that's too bad. But we'll get there. I said when this started that it would take us 3 years to build the audience that we wanted, and nothing has changed from that. And we'll do more. So have a good night. Watch the hockey game, root for whichever team, Vegas or Carolina, you like, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.